Hey, Healing Fam, it is Cin here coming at you again with another Reiki card. See, I had this all together the first time I did it. This is my second time doing it because I didn't like the first time. Anywho, all right, cut. Um, hey everyone. It, okay. Hey, Healing Fam, it's Cin here coming at you again with another collective reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed it last time. I definitely did. I was a little nervous because I've never done something like that on the camera before, and I am fairly new at it. But like I said, it was just placed on my heart to give that message to you guys, and I hope it helped. I'm never here to guide anyone or steer anyone in the wrong direction. I believe that I know I'm a light worker. I know I'm a worker of God. I know I'm a spiritual warrior. I know I'm a healer. And I know that my one of my assignments here on this earth is to give these messages out to you guys. And if it resonates with you, then that's wonderful. That's exactly what I want. And I wanted to help you. I wanted to push you. I wanted to move you. Whatever it is that you were, whatever guidance you are looking for, whatever answers you are looking for, I hope that that I am able to give them to you during these readings. If not, then I hope Jess is able to give those to you as well. I just really been enjoying this. It's really tapping into my talents and my gifts and getting more in tune with me, my spirituality, and my higher self. And it has definitely been a journey. And I just hope that you guys continue to be on this journey with me. So what I did was I laid out four cards. The light switch was about increasing your light, increasing your power. This is the distance card, and this is talking about past issues or karma that may need to be healed. The next one is the emotion card, which talks about, pretty self-explanatory. It talks about your emotions, but also just releasing those emotions, feeling the pain, but being able to release them and not keep them stagnant in your heart. And then the last one is the harmony and balance card, and basically talking about making sure that you're having both harmony and balance in your life. You need the yin and the yang together in life. You have to take the good with the bad. So for each card that I laid out, those are the there's a four Reiki symbols, and for each one of those cards, I shuffled, and whatever cards came out, three for each one. I'm basically just going to read to you what it means and decipher what I feel like it means and what the spirits are saying to you. I'm not really sure who this message is for. This message may be for me as well, but I just wanted to make sure I got on here and I did something. So the first one I'm going to start with is the light switch. And then the three, right up there. Okay. And then the three cards that were under were ego, health, and anger not. Now, it says one of the questions that are supposed to be asked with about the light switch card is is this an area where more light is needed? And I do feel like at this time, especially with all that we're going through, more light needs to be shed on. More light is being shed on health right now, especially with the health crisis that we are going through, as far as, people who have good insurance, people who don't have insurance at all, or maybe they just have the, Medicaid or the Medicare insurance, as well as this health card talks about more than just, the body and the absence of disease. It also talks about your mind, your mind, body, and your soul, the holistic health. So right now, I feel like God has been saying that a light needs to be shined on these areas. You can see the lack of health care that we have. You can see, especially if you're at home by yourself or you're just not used to being out and about, that can deteriorate on your mental health. That shines a light on your mental health as far as, why am I not able to sit here and be by myself, as well as, emotions. And I feel like that's part of why the anger not card came up, because during this time you can't get very emotional, you can't get very agitated, and you can't get very angry, because a lot of stuff is changing. And as humans, we don't like change. Some of us don't like change, but change is needed. Change is constant. You have to get used to change. There's nothing you can do about it but adjust and adapt, just like we're doing. So there's no reason to be angry, and the root to all anger is, love and hurt. So if something is triggering you, if something is making you angry, think deep within yourself and ask, okay, why is this bothering me so much? Why am I getting angry? What is the root cause of it? Because at the end of the day, most of it is just, a cry out for love, or just crying out, letting somebody know that they are hurt. Also with the ego card, having a healthy ego is having balance between your spiritual self and your human self. And your ego is your driver, it's your motivator. It's the reason why you wake up every day. It's the reason why we procreate. It's the reason why we, just do what we do in our everyday lives. And a light needs to be shed on that area as well for some individuals, because is your ego too big? Are you envious of other people? Are you vain? Are you, I can't think of the other word right now, but it'll come to me. But, is your ego taking over? And at this time, some people, their ego has been completely shattered and, shut down, or some of them, they've been able to humble themselves and help other people as well, help in the healthcare field, as well as, helping out with families that need food and anything else that they may need during this time. But yes, I do feel like these 3 cards are very relevant as far as areas that God, it feels like, needs to be shed a light on right now. Helping control our emotions, and not getting so angry and not getting so irritated about things that are come, and also checking our ego and letting it be known that there are other people out in the world that are worse off than you. So you need to come back to reality and be appreciative for what's happening, and also working on yourself during this time, working on your health, mind, body, and soul, like I said, because if one is out of whack, then the other 2 being in motion or balance, doesn't really do a whole lot if one of the 3 aspects is off, if that makes sense. Just like with your energy centers, if one of them is out of whack, kind of all of them go out of whack. If one is balanced, though, then essentially all of them are balanced from the head to the toe, or from toe to the head, whatever you want to do or say. But that's all I'm going to say about the light switch one. The next one is the distance card. And where in the past life has there been issues, or has there been karma? And the 3 that popped up today were the Master of Trade male card, Dancing with the Dragon card, and the Friend card. So I feel like this is saying, with the Master of Trade card, that card is about, oneness. being one. It's also about being, a master, being pretty much good at anything that you put your mind to. Let me read exactly. Is bringing the physical, mental, and spiritual bodies into complete harmony. Someone who has learned to obtain oneness in all things. A healer, kind, peaceful, filled with love, and humble. It can represent someone who is well connected to your higher self. Um, let's see. So, have there been areas where you have had issues with trying to become or trying to heal yourself, maybe trying to become a master of something, and have you been feeling discouraged about it? Really, like I've sat here with this for a little bit. You know, the distance card is about releasing karmic issues, releasing past issues, releasing past trauma, healing stuff from the past. And um, the card Dancing with Dragon, this is about power, and this is also about wisdom wisdom and sovereignty and authority. But it also represents storms and which I feel is very appropriate for right now, because we are, I feel like kind of going through a spiritual storm. Well, I mean, storm mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, we're going through a storm right now, even though it's not like physical, outside, cloudy, thunder, lightning, all of that. But this is a this is a storm that requires a lot of healing, um, and it's going to require individuals to, become one, which is representative of the master in trade, is someone that is able to bring the physical, mental, and emotional all into one. It is a healer. It is a teacher, just someone that is very masterful in their trade, and they're able to help others and pass down these gifts to other people as well. And this is a time where these individuals are needed. I feel like a lot of them are being activated right now. They're being called to their assignment. They're being called to work right now, because we need it. It is time for us to unite and help each other. And the next card is the friend card, which I feel like is very relevant, because you can't do this by yourself. We have to be a unit. We have to be unified in order to get past this, in order to get past the trauma and everything. Even if it's not something, even if we weren't going through the COVID-19 stuff right now, even if it was something as such as, a family member passing away, when you have that type of trauma, you need your family and you need your friends. They're with you, supporting you, letting you know that, everything is going to be okay, or even just being a listening ear. Oh man, like when I first flipped over the cards, I didn't get this, but now that I've sat here for a little bit and I've thought on it, like this is very relevant to what is going on. Like the light workers, like it is time. It is time to take charge. If you've been hearing that voice or something that's been telling you, just get up you have to figure this out, like this kind of urgency, that's God letting you know, that's the spirits letting you know that, hey, it's time. You have a calling, you have a talent, you have a passion. Let's go for it. Especially if you're just sitting at home right now and you have more time, dig deep into whatever that feeling is. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're having an urge to do something, or to better yourself, or to explore something that you didn't think about before, you're having these inklings for a reason. So go pursue that, go into that and figure out what the reason is. My spiritual advisor told me before that any gifts that we acquire right now are gifts that we've had in our past life. So, dig deep and see what are some of the gifts that you have from your past lives that you can use right now in order to help us heal. We're going to need, because we are going through a storm right now, but it's going to take wisdom and authority to get through this. These individuals have to get together as a collective and, befriend each other, love each other. And like my last reading said, be compassionate with each other, being unified, letting the world know that we are all one race, one human race that needs each other. It doesn't matter what the color is, what the country is, what your nationality is, none of that. It's all about your heart and being genuine. Oh man. Okay, that was a good one. So I'm going to move on to the emotion card. Like I said before, this card represents the emotions, and when you get upset about something, or when you get emotional about something, not necessarily blurting it out right then and there, full of emotions, but feeling the emotion, acknowledge the emotion, but also moving it. Emotions, like you're supposed to, emotions are up and down. Emotions move. They're constantly in motion. So if you're feeling a type of way, just because you're feeling it doesn't mean you have to harbor it and you have to, keep it in your soul. All right, I'm getting a little old sitting on the floor. So the cards that come with that are changing consciousness, praying, and the Master of Trade female. Now these things, I guess I'll start out with the change in consciousness. That is about the change in perspective, which with some of these other cards, it's just kind of, I don't know, making a lot more sense to me. So I apologize if I'm just kind of spacing out. I'm really just trying to feel what Spirit is saying and put the pieces together. And I'm getting 100 pieces at once, so I'm just trying to get it together in my head so I can say it to you guys as clear as concise as possible. But yes, the change of consciousness is about your change in perspective. Are you viewing things through an old lens? And right now, a lot of us may be viewing things through an old lens, or trying to continue seeing things through an old lens because we're used to that, and we're going through a time of change. Like I said before, change is not something that is easy for us to deal with, and easy for us to do. But like I said in the last reading, life is not going to be the same once we get over this. And you're going to have no choice but to have a change in consciousness or a change in perspective. Otherwise, you're just going to be, left behind. And that may be emotional for some, but you just have to roll with the punches and keep going. This is everything is happening for a reason. So, like I said before, if you've been having a push to do a little bit something different, to see things differently through a different perspective, keep going through that. Keep pushing through that. And also, the next card is praying. You know, this is a time where we are high emotion, very emotional. Anxiety is high. I mean, you can definitely feel it when you go out and about. Like it's so thick that you could literally cut it with a knife. So, praying, continue praying for yourself, praying for your family, praying for the world, praying for the collective. Because this is a very scary time, but it's also a very hopeful time, a very peaceful time as well. Hmm. The last card is Master of Trade. I'm going to read this one just because right now I'm just trying to feel where this is, feel what this is trying to say. Excels in whatever occupation she chooses, healing or teaching. She has learned to obtain the oneness with all that is. She is a helper and a giver, a pioneer willing to extend what she's learned and share her discoveries with others, regardless of their positions in life. This card can represent someone who is a healer, kind, peaceful, filled with love, yet humble and connected with her higher self. So again, the master of trade in female, like me reading it again, um, it definitely, put things, just put things in perspective. Like I was saying with the male master of card, and these aren't necessarily meaning, like all guys and all females. Um, this is talking about the light workers in general. But um, with these two being under the healing, the distant healing, and the emotion card, which is something that is needed right now. We have a lot of high emotions going on right now, and there's a lot of healing that's needed to be okay. There's a lot of healing that is needed at this time. So again, telling these light workers, telling these masters of trade, that it is time to get together and put your content out, help with the change in consciousness. That's what's needed. Help, send out your prayer, send out your healing, whatever it needs to do. But this is what's needed in order to help combat these emotions, in order to release the emotions and the tension that is going on right now. It's, a lot of people are scared and they don't know what's going to happen next. So it is time for, it is time for the people of God to unite again, unite, befriend each other, love each other, um, check on each other, put content out that is positive. Everything doesn't have to be about the virus. Um, Try to have, just a little bit of normalcy in your life. Nothing is normal right now, but trying to get a little bit of normalcy in your life um, will definitely help with the emotions. But yes, the light workers, it's time. It is time. It is so time. And that is so relevant to life. Like even right now, as I'm reading this, I can apply these to myself as well because I've been having the same inkling of, okay, I need to put this in overdrive. I need to, yes, I understand that spirituality has been part of my life for the past 5 years, and I've done stuff here and there, and I've learned a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But now it's time to, dig deep and get out there and put myself out there because there are people that need to hear my message, that are able to resonate with me and the words that are coming out my mouth, and they need that guidance, they need that help, just to know that, hey, somebody else is over here and they're feeling they're feeling the exact same way that I'm feeling. I'm not going through emotions myself. I'm not crazy. I'm not, weird. I'm not, extra depressed or having this anxiety for no reason. It's not just me against everybody else. There's somebody here as well that is able to understand me, and that's going to show me some compassion and show me some realness and let me know that, hey, it's going to be okay. I'm feeling the same way, but here are some things that you can do to combat combat that feeling. So yeah, okay, I like this so far, y'all. The next one is harmony and balance. I'm going to read what that one means for sure, because I remember, but I don't exactly remember. Represents harmonizing and balance the life forces. It is the trinity of love, light, and harmony, and enables the inquirer to live his life in service with others with open hands, open mind, and open heart. Staying connected with all that is to the degree that you are happy with the people, with yourself, the people in your world, and your life is in harmony with all of this. So, harmony and balance. And then the 3 cards that were picked under harmony and balance are energy exchange, put more heart into your work, and loving touch. Right off the bat, the energy exchange, that has to be, anytime that you're exchanging energy with someone, it needs to be balanced. It needs to be in harmony with what you want, in harmony with your intentions, but it also needs to be balanced as far as if you're giving someone something, then you need to be receiving something from them as well. Not necessarily saying that if a friend comes over and helps you paint your house or something like that, helps you paint a room, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do that same exact thing. But kind of that give and take, like, you help me out when I need it, so I'm going to help you out when needed. Or if you need me to be there, I'm going to send some prayers for you. I'm going to call and check in on you. Just having that mutual energy exchange. And that's people, places, things, that's everything incorporated in your life. Having that harmony and balance is all about that energy, because there's energy in everything, literally anything and everything. Like these past few days, I've been not watching a lot of TV. Probably not till my fiance gets home, honestly. So me and my daughter just, do things throughout the day. And, just that my energy feels a lot different because I'm just not sitting on the couch all day and just consuming all of this garbage, just all this Netflix and this Hulu, just been watching stuff. Yes, these shows are good, but they're just for entertainment purposes. You're not putting anything into me. You're not putting anything positive in me. You're putting something in me, but it's a lot of negative energy, a lot of low vibrational energy, a lot of, like the laziness and stuff. Like when you do things like that, like that's not an even energy exchange, if that makes sense. Um, so that definitely is number one when it comes to, getting harmony and balance in your life. And also, this came up in the last reading, but put more heart into your work. Where are you putting your values? Are you putting your love and your compassion into things that actually matter? And that goes back into the energy exchange. Are you putting your love and your energy into the people that are loving you as much as you're loving them? Because sometimes we can take advantage of those that love us and put energy into other areas that don't need us as much, or in other areas that aren't giving us the same energy exchange as our loved ones. So where are you putting your values? Are you really loving the work that you're doing right now? Are you loving the place in your life right now? Or could something be different? Do you wish something is different? Are you trying to manifest something that is different? There's a lot of things that go into that. And then also the loving touch. Love heals everything. Love heals all. Love goes into the deepest and the darkest pockets of our souls and, can clean that mug out. Love heals everything. So, and when you operate day to day, you should always try to operate out of love, but that also gives you balance, showing love to other people. That's also another way of, an energy exchange. Showing people love. Like I said, showing love to the people that love you. Letting them know that they are appreciated, that they are there. Just being one. Being compassionate, like I said before. I know I've said that word like 100 times, but being compassionate, being unified, being a friend. These things are needed for harmony and balance within your life and harmony and balance within the world. You should never put out way more than you're receiving. And you definitely shouldn't receive way more than what you're putting out. Like I said, you need the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. And when it comes to life, you can't give too much of one and not enough of the other. Life just doesn't work out that way. But, some main points that I'm going to reiterate is, light workers, get out there, get your stuff going, get your messages out there, make your Facebook statuses, your tweets, your IG posts, your videos, your lives, whatever it is that you need to do, whether it's drawing or going volunteering or donating money or time or supplies. It's time for us to get out there. It's time to unify and to help heal this world, because the world can't do it by itself. We're here for a reason, and we have an assignment, and we need to make sure that each one of us is following through on that and living our heart's purpose. Living our heart's purpose. Getting that balance and harmony back into the world. Taking care of yourself. And I'm glad this was the first one was the health one, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. Well, at the beginning of the day, not at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, you have to take care of yourself in order to help others, in order to love others, in order to give other people the same energy that they need, the same energy, that they're giving you. You have to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. You have to make sure that, that ego is in check, and, is in balance. And also, um, checking our emotions, checking in with our emotions, bringing out why are we feeling the way it is, and then also being able to release those emotions and knowing that everything is going to be okay and just praying it out. Prayer helps everything, just like love. Prayer and love and prayers. But it's all going to be all right. I hope this was helpful. This was my first time doing this type of reading, but I feel good. I definitely, I felt the spirit, and things are coming together. I'm in such a great mood right now, and just very thankful, very humbled, and I hope you guys are too, because we could definitely be in a far worse position than what we are right now. So just be thankful for what you have at this exact moment, because there's someone that does not have what you have. And they wish that they could have what you have, while you're wishing that you could have more or you could have a different situation. We just have to be appreciative for where we are right now in order to get to where we need to be. So I hope you guys have a great day. If I put this up today, the same day that I'm doing it, then I hope I see you guys at 7 o'clock on Wednesday on Instagram. My IG is Healing Beauty _podcast. I believe that's what underscore is. And 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, we are going to be on IG Live talking about various topics. But today, we're going to talk about manifesting the life that you want, and we're going to share our stories as far as how we have manifested different things in our life, things that we did want and things that we didn't want. So it's going to be a great conversation. Very excited to get on there and interact with everyone. So hope to see you guys there. Again, love and thank you for all the support. And I'm just sending love. I'm still in healing, sending grace, compassion to all of you right now as we are going through this pandemic. But just keep praying for each other and being there for each other. And I guarantee we'll be back to somewhat of a regular life sooner or later. But I love you all. Thanks.